Hey, welcome back YouTube. This is Nathan Daley. Listen, as you guys know, I'm doing this video review on the body cameras of the suspects involved in the Ahmaud Arbery case. This is the last video. This is with Travis McMichael. He is the shooter of Ahmaud Arbery. So if you haven't seen the other two, take a look at those. They're very interesting breakdowns. We're going to jump right into it. As you know, the trial is coming up October 18th, so it's going to be very interesting. This is the evidence that they will be admitting in the trial. So you can hear firsthand what he told the police.
That's okay. Do you have any other weapons or anything on you?
Just that.
Okay.
If you would stop.
I know. That's fine. That's fine. Like I said, just take a breath. You got your ID and all that?
Yes,
No, don't get blood all over yourself. I get that your pants are. You need to move around. Do what you need to do, man. I can only imagine. You got anybody who wants to call for you?
I live right there. We've had break-ins.
Okay.
And my gun's stolen.
Okay.
And we called him the other day. Now I was outside, so I'm running by. The neighbors pointing and everything. So
Saw who running by?
him.
Okay.
So we run out and stop him to talk to him.
Mhm.
He took off running. Stopped. He come out of the truck running at us. I told him stop till he hit me. I had nothing to do. There's nothing else I could do.
I got you.
Dispatch 136.
Like I said, we're gonna take.
Interesting. He said, I told him stop. Telling him stop for what? What are you telling him to stop for? You know, like we have to kind of get into the breakdown of this whole situation. What were you telling him to stop for? Who are you? What authority do you have to control the movements of another person? You know what I mean? I told him to stop. I didn't have a choice. You have a choice? What? You got out the car with a shotgun. You know? I wonder, again, if anyone has ever thought about what do you think? And I asked this question to people that I'm interviewing. And this is what I would have asked him. When you stepped out the car with that shotgun and you presented yourself to him, how do you think that made him feel? Do you feel like he was threatened from the appearance of you with this weapon in your hand? How do you think that made him feel? Right? How would you feel if you were running through a neighborhood and someone was doing exactly what you're doing, telling you to stop? He'd probably be like, well, I would have stopped. And if he told you to stop and he got out the car with a gun, you know what I would think? That I'm being robbed. You know what I mean? Like, or that this person is trying to kill me. What would the average everyday person assume if they were being followed by cars and then the person gets out of the vehicle and meets them in the roadway with a shotgun in their hand? The cognitive dissonance with people, it just blows my mind. The inability to connect reality with reality. You know what I mean? Very interesting for him to say I had no choice. That's weird to me. That's very weird. That is very, very weird.
Some photos of you, and then we'll
Man.
let you get cleaned up. I know, I can only imagine, like I said. You're also, we're going to give you a ride to headquarters. You're going to talk to some investigators.
Yes,
Say,
ma'am.
everything's got to be done right.
I know. I
Okay.
want it done right.
I got you. So,
It just doesn't look good. I mean, it shocked me. Last thing I've ever done want to do in my life.
trust me, can truly understand that.
Playing with my kid. Next thing you know, this.
You know, I hear him talking about all this regret. You know, I never wanted to shoot a man. I just shot a man. You know, it's the worst thing. I need people to understand the power of a weapon. When you bring a gun into a situation, right? And I was always taught, even as a young kid, even as an officer, when you pull your weapon out, be prepared to accept the responsibility. You draw that weapon, you pull the trigger, you own that bullet that comes out of that gun. You better best believe 100%, you better hope that you were just in that moment. In that moment you draw that weapon, in the moment that you pull the trigger, you better hope and pray that you are justified. It's not a game, right? Carrying guns and all this kind of stuff, whatever, playing cop, playing superhero, whatever you want to call it, it's not a joke. It's not a game. If you're carrying a weapon, you better be mature enough to handle it and understand what you're doing with it when you have it. You point that weapon at someone, you better be ready for the consequences that come with it. The reality is you had a gun. You took that gun and you presented that weapon. You brandished that weapon in front of another person. And now that person is no longer here. Guns don't make people powerful. You know what I mean? And I think that's the thing about guns that gives people this false sense of empowerment, right? I see it all the time in law enforcement. People carry weapons and it makes them so empowered, so emboldened to do things that without it, they would have never done. If you can't confront a person and say those same things or tell a person to stop, right? You're confident a person's going to listen to you because you have a weapon, and that person did not listen to you because you showed a weapon. And now you did something that you're going to forever have to live with, that regret, taking another man's life, a life that should have never been taken, right?
Near you. It's mine.
Mm.
Hey, sir. Let me just kind of stand like that. So I just want to.
And in this moment, it's like, what was it all for? Was it even worth it? Call the police, let them do their job. Was it
right
worth
up
it?
here? Okay. Do you have any bruises or any marks on you or anything? Do you need the squad to check you out?
No,
I just heard you said hit you. I
he
don't.
struck me a few times.
Okay, well let him look at you. Do you have, where were you struck?
Face.
Okay, that's fine. Just let me. Like I said, we don't want to miss anything, you know. Let's do that. This is you right here, this house.
The house straight across from the gentleman right there, 230.
Okay.
230 Stewart Road. And then that's my father. He was with me with this whole thing.
Okay. Jeff. Good. Alright. We are going to take your clothes, but we're going to let you go home and get the change. That's why I was trying to make sure how close it was.
Absolutely, dude.
Yep. Go get this gentleman's information for me and just,
Yes.
and interview him. Alright, let's walk. You're okay, sir. Like I said, I can only imagine. I hope I never have to understand what you feel right now. Alright. Hang out right here for me real quick. Alright. I've taken some photos of him. We're going to collect his clothes voluntarily. His house is right over there. He's willing to go up to headquarters and talk to whoever. Okay, that's fine. Alright, he's fine. He's not going too far. He's just trying to figure it out. Alright, actually, if you'll pull your wallet and let me just hold your ID real quick. I mean, that's... I'm going to hand it right back to you. Here you go, sir.
Mitchell, he went down to get.
They're going to clean his face up and check it because he's got bruising and stuff, but can they clean... I've gotten pictures. I'll leave it up. Okay, that's fine. I mean,
Exactly.
they've got to provide medical. They've got to do that, but...
But you're not the supervisor. Be quiet. There's one in every department. Listen, this is a murder investigation. No, you can't. Until the investigators get there, don't wash. I wouldn't even give him a drink of water. Don't do anything. He should be sitting down somewhere. He should be in a vehicle, secured and monitored nonstop. What if he decided to kill himself? What if he decided to run in the house or run away? You don't really know what you have, right? You have someone saying that all was a self-defense. You don't know that. You don't know what it is. People lie. Let me tell you, the witness, he is a suspect. He should be detained and put away and monitored properly So all this, you get to wash your hands and, but nah, I need to have CSI get on them fingernails, because here's the thing: what if he scratched Ahmaud in the neck or in his body or whatever? I need your clothes. I need hair samples. I need underneath your fingernails. I'm checking everything until I get a high-powered camera to take pictures of your skin, your shirt off, taking pictures. I need to see every single bruise, because every little piece of evidence matters. This too much casual parlaying around the crime scene. He's pacing back and forth. You didn't even ask him any pertinent information to the case. No wonder the guys are walking around here free for like 2 months before getting rearrested. There was no real evidence.
Just his face, though.
Just his face. Listen, not even his face. You can't, do not touch this man. Do not clean him. Don't wipe him until we have the proper crime scene units out there to take the evidence. I would have lost it if I was your supervisor. And the supervisor just said, first of all, the man was punched in the face. The other man is shot in the chest. You'll be okay with your face swollen. You just saw the supervisor say, no, do not clean him. You know, his face needs to be treated. Treated for what? What are they going to do? Put an ice pack on it? No, we need to see the swelling. Why? That's evidence. We need to see all that. Anyways, that's it. So there you have it. The trial is October 18th. It's going to be very interesting. The defense has an uphill battle. There's a lot of evidence against them, rightfully so. In my personal opinion, they were wrong. You know, they were wrong. And it is a very interesting case because you have the violation with the DA at the time, Jackie Johnson. She did not do her job properly. I don't know what the police report looks like. I'm definitely gonna have to take a look at that. I'm curious to see what the investigators put in there and who they deemed at fault. From my understanding, they were going to make an arrest, but they were stopped by the DA, Jackie Johnson. So I'm really curious to see how this trial goes and if they're going to be able to get a conviction. Anyways, thank you guys for checking this video out. If you get a chance, like, comment, subscribe. All right.